Hi, everybody. I'm Joey. I just saw a couple thumbs pop up, so yay! Can you hear me? If you haven't been following me, you might not know that I've been having some technical issues with my streaming software. They updated it a few weeks ago, and it's been a hard thing to get my camera, my laptop, and my program to work together. So it's been quite challenging. I know I'm late today if you were trying to watch live. I've been here just continuing to having to troubleshoot things until I can get going. It looks like I have a microphone on my screen. I hope you can hear me. So um, I would love for you to say hello, where you're watching from. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska. Today we're having a sunny fall day. It's going to be a really, really pretty day. I hope to get outside for a little bit today. All right, seeing some people jump on watching and some more thumbs up, so that's awesome. But make sure you comment today, because if you comment today, you could win a prize. So I've been, the past couple weeks, been offering a little bit of a prize for those of you who comment. I put your name in a wheel. It's an online wheel. I can just put your names in. I did make a fancy graphic, but I'm not switching to it today because I'm not switching anything other than the camera view, because I don't want anything to go wacky. But the winner from last week is Kathy Sanford. So Kathy, I have a pack of DSP. That's not, nope, this one. Nope, sorry. Is that the right one? No. Yes, that's the right one. Oops, sorry. I have one for this week and one for last week. So it's a pack of the dots that go with the pear paper and a little pack of the pear paper. Kathy, I know you often watch live, so I'm hoping you'll watch, or recording, whichever. I know you watch almost every week. So if you're here, I need your address, so make sure you send that to me. For this week, so I'm offering a set of the also embellishments and some of the wood grain designer paper. I always go backwards on the camera. Designer paper, and then some dots that coordinate for that. So just make sure you comment, and then I usually do a Sunday scoop where I show who won the prize, but this week didn't work out because my family had a gathering at noon, so I couldn't do it. But so that's why I'm announcing it today. So don't give up on me. Just keep trying. Put your comments in. I'll put your name in the wheel, and maybe you can be the winner next time. Okay, I'm looking on my screen here to find where I can switch down. And I will quickly check comments to see if anybody's coming on. Hi, Donna. You can hear me. Hi, Kathy. Oh, I'm so happy you can watch me live today, too. I always like to see your name. Hi, Kathy Viverka. Welcome from Ohio. And Kelly. Hi, Kelly. And great. Okay, just checking. Just a little rainy in Ontario. We've had rain too, on and off. Before I start the video, well, I've started the video obviously, but before we start our crafting, I just want to give you a heads up. I've got my coffee here. I was thinking about doing something stronger when I couldn't get things to hook up to both video and sound. I promise you, I'm working at it. Anyway, it is what it is. So, but I say that in order, you might want to grab a drink, especially if you're watching replay, and just settle back, because this may be a long video. If it goes too long, I'll just do 3 instead of 4 projects, and then I'll do the other one. I'll just hop on at another time to do the 4th one. But I'll try to get them done today. I have quite a bit done. Hi, Mary. Welcome so much. I'm so happy you're here. Okay, let me switch down. So, you guys, we have a big special going on with free shipping. Stampin' Up! Does. So, if you put an order with me this week, so for orders of $75 or more, I will also send you a pack of Christmas cards. I've got 5 or 6 in here, and I've got multiple packs of these. And I'm sending 2 embellishments, one retired one and one current one. It may not be this specific one, these specific ones, but it will be 2 embellishments. So I've got this pack. This is my Jolly Holly gift prize this week. Not gift prize, but thank you for your orders. So there is a link to my store in the video description, both on Facebook and YouTube. Okay, friends, let's get started. So what are we making today? We are going to use this set of stamps and these dies. Now, last week we used this die, and I'll show you what we made last week, and then I also have the video for those linked below. And then we use these 3 little opener things that you put in this, use with this die. Now today we're going to use almost all the rest of these dies, and I'll show you how they all work together. This is such a great little treat box. So last week we did Halloween treats. So we did, let me get this back out of your way. We made this little box, and here's that little circle closure that we did last week. And this one, we did the same circle, and I just added a bat to it. This guy, we used the star for this, and there's candy. And these have Ghirardelli chocolates in them. They fit just perfectly. And this one is a little heart, just a stamped little box, and then I used the heart closure. And so when you open it, these open just like, oh, darn, I pulled it too hard. And then they have, as you can see, these fit to Ghirardellis. They fit other things too, but that's what I have. So that was last week's video. So we really went in depth on this die last week. We are going to use it once today, but mostly we're using the other stamps and dies, but we are making gift card holders. So we are using this whole suite of products called North Pole Delivery. If you have a catalog, mini catalog is on pages 28 and 29. So we're going to use these stamps, these dies, these gems, and we're going to even use a little bit of this fuzzy ribbon. Well, it's called trim because it's kind of fuzzy. But this is what I'm using today, and I'm excited to share these projects with you because who doesn't need gift card holders at the holidays? And actually, we need them all year long, but we are going to do gift card holders today. So today I'm going to start with a really simple one, this little doggy, and it's super easy. And all I did is I just added this DSP to make a gift card holder. This obviously isn't color coordinated, but that's okay. I just wanted to show you that it works. So let's make this guy. He's super cute. I'm going to grab some scrap paper. And we'll stamp our little doggy. We're going to do a little bit of coloring today. That's one reason the video is going to be a little bit longer. Now, I did actually color some things today. Of course, do you think I can find the dog? Of course not. Here we go. Here's the little doggy. So let's just get him stamped. We're going to stamp with Memento Black. That's what we use when we're using our blends markers. We're using a lot of blends markers today, which is fun to color with. Oh, that's not a dog, everyone. In case you were confused about that, obviously I'm confused about it. And where is my dog? Here's the cat. Here's this guy. Oh, for heaven's sakes. You know, I just have to keep trying to keep on keeping on because stamping with technology is not for the faint of heart, my friends. At least it isn't for me. Oops, that's not big enough now. But I found the dog, so we're off to the races. I think part of it is on some of the icons on my eCam system, which is what I'm using for streaming, I don't really understand what the icons do. So sometimes I think I'm clicking on the right thing, and it ends up not fixing the problem. Let's do this, guys. pecan pie. Let's do some poppy parade. And what else do I have? I think that's, oh, we love pool party on this guy. Now, if you are a person that likes to color, this is a perfect set. Even if you don't like to really color a lot, it's still really good because most of the images, only the bear takes a long time to color. I think this is dark pecan pie. So since it's dark, I'm just going to do a little shading where there would be some shading probably under his chin here and probably along the top part of his ear. I don't know why I'm saying his. I guess because my dog's a boy. Maybe down under his, right here. That's dark. Let's grab the light one and blend this in. These are alcohol markers and they blend really, really well. So I'm just going from the darker part that I've already colored into the part that I haven't colored with the lighter marker. And as I said, I do have some of the coloring done today, so it won't take quite so long to color. It just makes the video longer, and while I do want to show coloring, it's what I'm mainly showing is some easy gift card holders, so that's the focus. Not necessarily my beautiful coloring, which is, you know, not always all that beautiful. In fact, one of my bears kind of looked like he had some kind of a skin disease. I'll show it to you. I got better at coloring the bear. He's just big. So I'm going back in with a little bit of the dark. I'm going to shade a little bit more here. I'm usually not too fussy about shading, and I'm definitely not going to be too fussy about it today since you're just watching me color. But there we get a little bit of dimension on our doggy carrying a Christmas card. He's carrying a card. Are we making our Christmas cards yet? Let's say yes. And if you do today's projects, you'll also have some gift card holders made, which is awesome. Because you know when it gets here, it just gets insanely crazy. I feel my life's kind of crazy anyway, but it really gets crazy at the holidays. I think for all of us, I don't know, we're trying to do all the things. Do the shopping, planning family get-togethers, traveling sometimes, all that. This is dark poppy parade. I'm going to just, again, do a little bit of shading, not staying inside the lines too much today, am I? As I said, I don't profess to be the world's best colorer. Okay, blend it back in. If you haven't seen blends markers before, though, you'll want to see how well they do blend. So even an average colorer like me can make a pretty, make a pretty card and look pretty good coloring. Okay, that's good. Let's give him, I've got my black marker out here to give him, what's what I do with my cap? Here we go. Give him a black nose. And what else? Oh, we need a pool party letter. So I'm just going to give him a little bit of a black nose there. And let's do pool party for the letter. Let's do dark pool party. I think it'll just show up better on the camera. Can you guys see everything okay? You can see, you can hear. Let me know in the comments. Remember, for every comment, you get a ticket in the drawing for this week's prizes. Haven't anybody seen Kathy Sanford jump on? Let's see if she's here. She's not here yet. It doesn't look like. But she almost always watches, so either on replay or live. So she'll have a surprise coming. Alrighty, let's go ahead and die cut this guy. Let me get the die cutting machine out here, and we'll do that on the screen. So I know I'm really close to the screen, but let's go ahead and leave the camera. We're not making adjustments, my friends, unless you can't see or you can't hear. Then, like if the camera goes blurry, we'll make an adjustment. If you can't hear sound, we'll make an adjustment. Other than that, we are not touching anything. Oh my goodness. My hair is wet. I wasn't going to take time to dry it or do anything with it because literally I've been up since like 6:30, not working on this the whole time. I've been working on the project sheet. So one of the things I did do when I got up is worked on the project sheet. And what that is for these projects is the photos. It has the photos, the measurements of everything, and the supplies I use. It's not a detailed tutorial, but it has all the rest of that. I think this is our bundle for this card. And if you put in an order this week, not only do you get my prize package of the Christmas cards and the 2 embellishments, you also get all the product supplies for these cards. So it's a big ordering special this week. Now, the free shipping only lasts for 3 days. So it's today, tomorrow, and Friday. Let me grab, did I have an inside for this card? Nope, let me grab an inside for that card. Anyway, you get the supplies for all 4 of the cards we're making today. So your kits will look kind of like this when you get them. Now, anything that has to be stamped and die cut that's in the bundle won't be done for you. Stampin' Up! Doesn't allow us to send stamped images. But I can't imagine not wanting to get this bundle for Christmas projects because it's so complete with all the little cute little critters delivering packages and Christmas cards. And the box die. You know, I shared last week that when I saw the box die, this was one of the first things on my list when we could pre-order, because I always make a lot of little treat holders. Now, before we get too far, let's go ahead and stamp the inside greeting on this little guy. Let's go with, I like the greetings in this set. This is, before I glue it down, I'm going to stamp it first. Hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. We're going to put that, ooh, I blurred it. Wow, let's turn it over. We have fancy Smanty paper that you can use both sides. So I obviously moved. Okay, trying to line this up. Don't move, Joey. Straight down, straight up. Do as I say, not as I sometimes do. That's been my motto here lately. Hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. And then let's just go ahead and get this down inside our card. Just cover that messy stamping up. Here we go. No mistakes in stamping, just opportunities for embellishment. Now I got to make sure I'm putting the right things on here. You guys, I just don't think I did the greatest prepping for this. I don't have my strip right there. I'm just going to grab a strip. Let's see. Hang on. What's on the... I need another green one, and I obviously didn't cut it, or did I? And it's just not... Hang on, let me look at my... Nope. Okay, sorry. We need to cut a little strip of green. I don't know what's on the back of it. Oh, what is on the back of it? I guess I could look at that. All the cars. All right, let's get that guy out. And we'll cut a strip. This, let's see, we just need a 1-inch strip for this. Got my paper trimmer out here, and then across the front of this is still going to be 4. So we just need 1 by 4, and then this piece goes on the inside. This is 2 by 4, 1 by 4, 2 by 4. Huh. Sounds like we're building something. I guess we are kind of building something. And then these 2 pieces of DSP are both the same size. This is 2 5/8 by also 4, right. 2 5/8 by 4. Now let's see, I don't want to lie. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. We're just going to put, oops. Well, this doesn't really have an up and down. It kind of looks like it does, but See, these guys go up, but then this one goes upside down. This one goes sideways. So I don't really think it matters on your paper. I cut my card base. I don't think I shared that yet, but this is 4¼ by 11. And then we scored at 5½. Now we're just going to put this one kind of just right over it. Very easy card template. Anyone can make this. And if you don't have a die cutting machine, now is the perfect time to get one, because with our joining special right now, if you join Stampin' Up right now and you spend $99, you get $189 in free product. You never have to order again. You don't have to sell anything. But we'd love to have you on our Stampin' Sweethearts team. We have a group of mostly hobby stampers. Some do Stampin' Up for business. Let me grab better look at my sample here and make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, looks pretty good. Come down a little bit more. We'd love to have you on our team. We're a very friendly group. We meet once a month on Zoom, both on Zoom and in person. We do a card swap every month. That's pretty popular. We do demonstrations. By we, I mean my team does demonstrations. You don't have to, but they usually at least one part. Oh no, I did this wrong. Oh. Ah! Now we need to cut another piece. Darn, because we're not decorating, we're making a pocket. So, oh my goodness, that's just probably the way this is going to go. I'm going to cut off, let's see, that was 2 inches by 4. I get so flustered with my technology not working the best. Oh, it's so frustrating. I went along great for months, and I did the same thing I always do a couple weeks ago, and there was an echo. Then I troubleshooted the echo, got that fixed. Then I didn't get it fixed because then there was no sound. This is just an adhesive eraser. I got mine at the Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure you can also buy them on Amazon. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put this glue right on the very, very, very edge here, because we just want to make sure the gift card will fit. All right, so you can make this with any card. You don't need anything fancy. And I think I started to say, if you don't have a die cutting machine, it's an excellent time to get one by joining. Or if you're not ready for that yet, you can cut out your doggy. This is just a circle punch, and then we could just cut out your doggy with the scissors, and you can make this card because there's no other die cutting on it, just the little guy here. We're going to stamp a Christmas greeting, though. We're going to stamp, since he's bringing a letter, we're going to stamp special delivery. My friend Kay Cogbill, I got a card very similar to this in a swap that we were both in, a card swap, and it's so cute. And everybody needs kind of an easy project from time to time, yes? And this one is easy. And who doesn't need gift card holders? I know we've talked about that, but that's what I give. Now, we have one great niece and great nephew that they're pretty young, so we still buy Christmas gifts for them, but for their mom and dad and their uncle, my nephew, we give gifts. So I usually give quite a few gift cards at Christmas. Okay. Let's get this guy down here. This is, I know you're going to ask me, a 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Looks like I got a blob there, but we'll cover that up with a gem. Remember, no mistakes in stamping. Let's get some mini dimensionals for his little head. And down here near his feet and his tail. And then we'll put a bigger one in the middle, like so. And then we've got one gift card done already. This one is probably one of the faster ones we're going to make today. So as I said, if it gets too long, we'll cut it off at 3 projects, and then I'll come back on probably when you least expect it, because it takes a while, as in lately it's taken me a long time to get my camera going, to get everything, all the filming stuff going. And I would just honestly quit using a streaming platform. These are called Dear Dots. They're part of this whole suite. But Facebook doesn't keep the videos up anymore. So I have to do something in order for people to continue to see the videos. So there's our little Dear Dots. So there's our DSP from this suite of products, and the stamps, and one of the dies. Alrighty, what do you think? Would you make this one? I'd like to know. I think it's pretty easy and accessible for everyone. And even if you're an experienced stamper, we all need quicker projects once in a while, right? Donna, let's see what else. Hi, Mary. Did I say hi to you yet? Donna ordered this bundle. Shirley Redmond says sweet. And Jackie's on. Hi, Jackie. Okay, good. My friends are all showing up. Better late than never, yes? Alrighty, now we are going to use the gift card holder. If I can find my project. We're going to make this card next, and I'll show you. I put the gift card holder on the inside of this one, so I'll show you how to do that. Let me get this started. So then you at least get to see the gift card holder if you didn't watch last week and see that one. Let's go ahead and, oh, I guess I did already die cut it. So all I did is take a piece of 5.5 by 6.5. You have to turn it sideways going through your die cutting machine. And so I cut the die already, but since we're making a gift card holder, we have to do the closure a little bit differently. So, because when we close this, this is where we want that closure to be. So you can just mark it with a pencil. I just kind of know that I have to have my die. I usually don't mark it, but for the sake of showing you, I'm going to mark it. Usually have my die just above this score line. So you can see there's 2 score lines there. For the gift card holder, we're not folding that one. We're just folding the one that's this one, the second one in. But we want this to just be a little bit below that score line, and I'm lining it up so it's centered. And also these 2 little knobby things are equal distance from the scoring line, like so. Okay. And I don't know that there's a way to get it exact, but it doesn't really have to be exact, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to just tape this. Well, we've got it where we want it. Just using, what is this called? Post-it tape from Amazon. I'll get the die cutting machine. So if you're going to do the gift card holder instead of the treat box, you do have to cut the treat box first, like I've already done. Get closer to you so you can see. And then this does have to go through at an angle. So even when you die cut the gift card holder, you have to turn it at an angle so it fits. Then our cutting plate, and then we're just going to cut that little star out. So let's see if that turned out like we want it to. Should have. Let's give it a try. Oh, thanks so much for being here with me today, whether you're watching live or replay. I really appreciate that you're here. If you enjoy the video, I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Let me go ahead and grab a pencil. This is why I usually don't mark it, just because it's an extra step. But if it gives you more security, then just go ahead. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we want a greeting on this. So this is going to be down here, and this is going to be upright in our gift card holder in our card. So I'm going to stamp my greeting right here. I hope this is going to be helpful to those of you that are either purchasing this set or you already have it. Let me grab, we want Merry Christmas. Where's Merry Christmas? Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes. So, getting this inked up. And now, oops, I can't see in my own screen, so hopefully you can see me. I'm going to go right, I'm going to try and line up my glass block with that scoring mark. If it's not straight, which it isn't, I'm okay with that. It's fine. It's handmade. Don't know that anybody's going to really notice it. I did do it straight on this one, so if I have to take a photo just of that one, so it's straight. Now let me show you how to fold this up. This is what I did. You can cut these tabs off, but I didn't like the way it looked. I felt like it just had a better look to it by just taping them closed. You don't need them for anything when you're making the gift card. Oops, wrong side. When you're making the gift card holder. But you need them for the treat box, obviously, because they're what gives you the depth on your card. All right, Joey, you need to focus here. You guys, if I ever get this video thing worked out, I think it's time we all have a party. We'll have a party on Zoom or something. It might be a ways away. I don't know. Still struggling with it. And it's just so frustrating because I used to just be able to click, click, click and go live and everything was fine. The picture was good. The sound was good. But something's going on between my iPhone and my laptop and my streaming program that they're not happy together anymore since my streaming program did an update. So that's why the issues. But I'll get it figured out. Okay, now this time, instead of scoring on the furthest inside lines, we're going to score on the outside lines. So those two lines, we're going to go on the outside. This goes up like this. Going to go ahead and crease that. And then we'll go ahead and close this. So you're just going to lift up those little edges like that, whether you did a circle or a star or a heart. We're just going to pull this through. Worked really well, of course, when I'm not on video. So pull it through, and then we'll open our star. And then you can open it and reclose it. So there we have that part. So you could just decorate this, wrap a little ribbon on it, and put a tag on it, and you're done. We're going to make it fancier today because we're paper crafters, and that's just what we do. We make things fancy. Okay, so now I've got a piece of Poppy Parade. This is 5.5 by 4.25, and I'm just going to put a piece of the designer paper on this, which is 4 by 5.25. And again, the project sheet. So about the project sheet, it's free to everybody. It has, again, the photos, the dimensions, and the supply list. It is actually uploaded on my Beacons page. So that is in the video description. It's above on Facebook. It's below on YouTube, just so you know where to find it. Alrighty, now this piece is going to be our card that opens for our gift card. So this one, we're going to put these little cards on the front of this. This is 3.25 by 9, and I scored it at 4.5. And again, all that's on the project sheet, and I'm giving that free just as a thank you for watching and a thank you for following and liking, commenting, sharing my videos and my posts. I really appreciate it. So I want to give back. This is these cute little cars. These critters are driving all these cars. So let's go ahead. I think we're ready to... I've got a bow on this, and I'm trying to think if it's time to tie the bow now or later. I think I might tie it now. I'm going to grab the ribbon. Now, I'll make a confession here. I thought this ribbon was Pool Party. It's balmy blue, but it's so sheer that, whoops, where's the end of this? It's so sheer, I don't really think it matters. I didn't notice it, but then when I was putting in the list of supplies, I started to put in Pool Party sheer ribbon and it wouldn't come up. So then I thought, is that balmy blue? So then I put in balmy blue in the search on my online store, and here it comes up. This ribbon is balmy blue. What comes with this suite is the fuzzy white ribbon. It is so fuzzy. It feels it's just a little furry. It's really, really, really cute. They call it trim, not ribbon. We're going to use it today so you get to see everything that's in the suite today in case you'd like to add it to your starter kit. Because you can just put in one number for the whole starter kit if you want to. And get the whole thing. Alrighty, now let's go ahead and the next thing let's do is this is not folded exactly even, and that's going to bug me, so I'm going to go ahead and recrease this. Alright, let's put this on with glue. So glue is always going to be your strongest holder. So you could use tear and tape, you could use Stampin' Seal Plus. They are both really good adhesives. I just always think for something that people are going to handle a lot because they're going to open it, then they'll open the gift card holder. Then if that's Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, they might just leave it all together, which means they're going to open it again. So it's going to get handled, is my point. So that's why I like to use glue on things that are going to get handled. Let's go ahead now, and we're ready to put our gift card holder in here. I'm going to also put this in with glue. So let's get this guy in. But isn't that so quick and easy to make a gift card holder with that die? I just like it so much. I'm so glad I got it. I thought I would like it, but you know, you never actually know until you purchase a product, and then you're like, oh, I love this, or you're like, this isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. Just trying to get this in the center here. So, Kathy loved the first project. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I do love it too. It's easy, it's quick, and anyone can make it. And if you've got a lot of these, say you're like giving $5 gift cards to, just neighbors or coworkers, you might want to make multiples of that one, and you could do it quite easily. For this one, we are going to use the little kitty cat. So let me grab that stamp. Here's our wayward dog that we couldn't find, and here's the kitty cat up here. This stamp set's so perfect for any animal lovers. Let's go ahead and stamp the kitty in Memento again, and then we'll color her. I don't know, why do we call, or maybe it's just me, let's see, would I want her up or down? Up, because I'm going to put the greeting underneath. I seem to call kitties she and doggies he. We do have a male dog, but we've had female dogs. Today I seem to be having inky fingers over everything. I just keep my cleaning mat here, and then I just try and keep the ink off of my fingers, but I'm not doing very well today. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got this. Now the other thing I noticed, hang on just a second. Is in the description of the colors on the DSP, it says gray granite. I use smoky slate. We're going to try gray granite on this kitty. Actually, I think for her I might have even used crumb cake. But on my my new Stamp-A-Stack that I have that just came out, let's try this. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be better. Gray granite has a little more brown in it than smoky slate. And I think it's a better kitty color. Trying to make sure I don't color anything that's not supposed to be colored with this fur. Everything that's fur. Let's add a little bit of depth to this kitty as well. Going to just kind of go under her tummy. I have a lot of friends that are cat lovers. We do not have cats because I'm allergic. But I have many, many friends that have kitties at home. And let's go, which I think kitties are a little bit easier maintenance than puppies. And we have a puppy. He's actually just going to be 2. So he's not as much of a puppy, but he still acts like a puppy. Going to give some shading again towards the bottom where I think there would probably be a little bit of a shadow, and along her little letter carrier. She's carrying letters. I know they're so tiny, it's almost impossible to see, but she's carrying letters in her little backpack pouch type thing. Okay, that's good enough. Let's go with, I just followed the coloring that the Stampin' Up artists used. So they did green and red, or Poppy Parade, and I used Shaded Spruce. I didn't actually look up their colors to see what exactly they used, but this looks pretty Shaded Spruce. We don't have a garden green marker. We have markers in most of our colors. Let's see, I think I'll use dark. I think, yeah, this is dark. Whoops. It's closer, I think, to garden green than the light. So I'm going to just go around her little letters here. Just going to color, try and stay out of those letters. They're very, very tiny. And then her little pocket there that holds the Christmas cards, we're going to do that one in Poppy Parade. You know, the starter kit special, you can also, if you don't want to spend $99, you can actually spend only $35 and get $125 worth of products. The die cutting machine is $140, so if that's what you're after, you'll want the $99 one that you get $189 worth of product. But there's 2 choices. So if money's tight right now and you just want to get in on it so you can be a discount shopper, then you want that $35 deal, and we would love, love, love to have you. Oops, that was Shaded Spruce. I thought that was Dark Poppy. Oh well, that's the way it goes. So it kind of blends in where it really shouldn't. And then her little reindeer antlers, I did go over those with pecan pie just so to give her a little bit more color. And then like so. And then we are ready. We're almost done with this one. Now this is a circle cut out from the pastel ombre paper, glitter paper. This is a 2 1/4 inch circle. This is a 2 3/8 inch circle. And I'm just going to put one on top of the other. Just added that glitter circle just to, well, it's glitter, so, you know, that's always good. Especially for the holidays, but I use glittery things all year because they make me happy. Glitter makes me happy. All right, let's go ahead and get this little kitty on here, and then we've got a greeting to do, and then we've got this one done. So I'm just going to feel on the back here. I can kind of feel where those corners are that are kind of bulky with that gift card holder, so I'm just going to grab some dimensionals and try and put them where I don't feel any bulkiness from the gift card holder. So let's get this going. And then down here, looks like I could put one more right about there. And I think that'll hold it pretty well. I think you need at least 2 dimensionals. You could probably get by with 2. I usually, just to secure things so they don't tilt one way or the other, I usually do multiple ones. So we're going to stick this little kitty right in the middle here. Now we'll do our greeting on a little strip of garden green. This is like a little touch under a half, but not as low as 3/8. How's that help you? You're probably like, that does not help me. We want sending merry wishes. I think it's right here. So let me get back to the Memento Black, and I'm just going to try and get that right in the middle. Sending merry tidings. Whoops, wrong word. Sending merry tidings. And I'm just going to take my scissors and angle this a bit like so. And then we're just going to put this at the bottom here. Again, feeling where there wouldn't be any extra bulk there. And it looks like this is a good place right here. And this is a good place right here. Then we've got some dots for this one, and we've got another one done today. Hoping we'll get all 4 done. As I said, if we don't, I'll come back on. I don't want this to get laboriously long for you to watch. It's okay on my end because I always keep Wednesday afternoons all the way open, but I just don't want it to get really long for you. Of course, you can always come back. When you're watching live, obviously, you're on with me for the duration unless you have to go, obviously. But if you're watching replay, you can always come back and finish it. Or if you're watching live and you want to watch something over, you can go find it on replay as well. Let's do one little dot down here. There is our cute little kitty gift card holder. It's really easy. The only thing that does maybe take a little extra time is just die cutting twice, where you do the whole treat holder and then you go back through with your opener mechanism so it's in the right place. But there's our gift card holder. And super easy. Okay, friends, this next card, I probably got carried away with this one. Well, I did get carried away, but I still think it's super cute. So this one is kind of a card fold we've done before, but I jazzed it up just a bit. So we're going to do this one, and let me show you how to make this one. So for this, you're going to start with oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. I didn't cut this first because I wanted to show you how I cut it. So this is just a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Now, for this, what we want to do, get some things out of the way so I can hopefully get my trimmer up here where you can see it. Looks like I got something stuck on there. Well, I'll get that later. So I'm going to go to, on this side, you also have numbers on art trimmers. So I'm going to go to 1 1/2. Nope, that was a lie. 1 1/4. Is that 1 1/4? Nope, that's not 1 1/4. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else when my mouth is in gear and they're not. My brain and my mouth are not working together. Okay, so there we have, we're at 1 1/4 here. So I'm going to line, there's a little line on this trimmer. I know it's probably really hard to see. There's a little notch right there. I'm lining that up with a score line. And I'm just going to cut a strip like that. So that's what we have there. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So go to 1 1/4. Line up with your folded score line. Get that lined up exactly, and then go down, and then this is what you have for this one. So what we're going to do next, really easy. That's an easy fancy fold. If you like, I don't like to do fancy folds because they make me nervous. They're hard. This one is not. You can make this. Anybody can make this. All right, I wasn't quite matched up down there. That bugs me. I always have to fix that. We're going to go ahead and glue these flaps down first. So I'm just going to give a little glue here. And Don't forget to be commenting, because remember, your comments are going to get you tickets, more tickets into the drawing for this week's prize. Okay, we've got that. Now, let's go ahead and put some designer paper on it. This is 1x4, and I've got 2 of those at 1x4. Let's go ahead and just put those down and get that done. For this, I think I'll just use my tape runner. And we'll just glue those down. Super easy cuttings too, as I said. Cuttings, well, cuttings is usually used for plants, but we're going to use it for cardstock today. Super easy to cut. 1x4 strips. And this piece of DSP that goes in the middle, good Lord, did I not cut it? I think I did. I think I did. I think I did. Yes, I did. Is this cute little sheet with animals, although I didn't cut it right, obviously. So this should be, I think I might have cut it 1/4 of an inch too long. I better, oh darn, my tutorial's up. If it's wrong in my tutorial, or yeah, I think I put 2 3/4. It should have been 2 1/2. Oh dear. Okay, so if you're watching this, you know that that needs to be 2 1/2. I'll go and take my tutorial down and I'll fix it and then I'll put it back up. Okay, let's go. What did I say? I said 2 1/2, didn't I? Let's check again. I think it's 2 1/2. Yeah, 2 1/2. I thought, I just don't want to cut this wrong again. Or was it? Well, I did cut it wrong again. Focus, focus. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be. I'll make a mental note of that and I'll get that corrected. Although maybe I did put it right on the tutorial and I just cut it wrong. It's possible. And then this cute DSP has all these cute little critters on one side and then all these merry little envelopes on the other side. Just going to get that down like so. Now, let's do the inside. I have all kinds of stray, yeah, I did this wrong. Well, we'll fix it. It's fixable. And then I think this, but this one I did right, so I'm surprised. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, so I needed 2 pieces this size. Let's see if I cut this one. One of these is supposed to be scrap paper. This should also be 1 or 2 1/2 by 4. Cut it. I'm glad I could be here with you today. It's been one of those weeks. I had to get out my Peace on Earth craft along that Allie and I are doing. And then this one should be 2 by 2 1/2, right? I don't know, you guys. This looks like it won't fit my gift card. Let's see what we did here. Hang on. We might end up making just a regular card. No, it does. No, I think that I had it right. Oh my gosh. Sorry, so sorry. Fast forward. This is 3. But is this 3? That's 3. Did I cut these wrong? Hang on. You guys, this is not the right size of cardstock. So I did have it right. Oh my gosh, Jill. All right, hang on. Gotta fix that. Do you ever wonder what would happen? The world would probably end if I ever got my card measurements exactly right. So I don't know what happened with that. It wasn't a full-size card, so we need to recut that. Let's cut. This is what I always do. Here's a hint. When you're cutting multiples, you're going to score first. So I'm going to put this along like this, and then let's go 5 1/2 this way, and then we've got 2 cards cut at the same time. Now, might have to cut more DSP, friends, but we're going to make this work. Okay, so we're going to find the score line and cut their way, turn it around. So if you are wanting to make this card, you're getting to see it twice. Although, hopefully, if you saw I was messing it up, you went forward. All right, we should be good. This should be right. That was probably in my stash, and I just grabbed it, and I didn't measure it because it looked like the full card. All right, let's see. We might have to, I used tape. I should be able to pull it off. Now, if I glued it, I wouldn't be able to. Let's glue this down first. Let's just do this over. Deep breath, deep breath. It's been a day for deep breaths. It's been a week of deep breaths. I did have fun playing with this. I don't know about you, but stamping is therapy for me. I've started a new morning routine to help me actually sleep. So they say, good sleep starts in the morning. So I've started not looking at any screens in the morning. So what do I do if I'm not looking at my iPad or my computer? I've been coming downstairs, turning on praise music on my, my dot thing, my Alexa, and just stamping. And it starts my day so much more calm than when I start on the computer checking email, making lists, that whole thing that's just not very peaceful in the morning. All right, we're going to see. This should work. This probably needs to be a little bit, that might be the scrap paper. Let's try. This is the one I cut, I think. Yeah. Okay, wait, there's one more. What side? No, that's for scrap paper. All right. So what we need, we have to have it wide enough to fit our gift card. So this one looks like it's right. Is this 3? I think it should be 3. Yeah. Yeah. And if you want to cut it just a touch, like a 16th under 3, so that it doesn't show on the side of your, can't find my paper trimmer now. How do you lose a paper trimmer when you just had it? Here we go. I'm going to cut it just a smidge smaller because it was showing. I don't want it to show, so I'm just going to go like barely even a 16th. And just cut that little tiny piece, and that probably should be enough. Yep, there we go. Then our pocket will work here. So let's go ahead and stamp our inside greeting. What I actually did for this one, so we'll need to cut some more cardstock. Probably going to go long today, kids, is we need another piece up here. So we're going to cut it right at, again, you wouldn't really have to, but that's where I put my greeting so I'd have room to write. So instead of 3, I'm going to go just a teeny touch under, 16th under, and then that's our top piece, right? Yes, there we go. Well, you get to watch me construct it from the very bottom. You're like, we kind of just wanted things to move along today. Well, that's what fast forward is for, my friends. Okay, now we're going to stamp our Christmas greeting again. I'm just going to slow down. I'm going to take a deep breath and not rush, because then I know I did that a couple weeks ago when I first started having problems with the volume and I was having to stop and restart. It was just a mess. One of the comments on my YouTube videos was, Joey, you're talking really fast. Which I didn't realize was something that maybe I'm doing. Oh, I got a smudge on that again. Today is quite the day. We don't care. We can see, we can move, we can walk, we can talk. Every day I say a prayer of thanks for those things because I have friends that are going through things that are difficult in later life with vision and mobility. So I'm just thrilled. When I get flustered about something like this, I just have to get more grounded and say, you know what? This is not life and death. This is card making. It's supposed to be fun. And the card making part is always the fun part. It's the technology for me that just is kind of making me crazy right now. There's a little paw stamp, and I know I had it out. I saw it earlier. Here we go. And I'm just going to stamp this cute little paw and pecan pie. And you know, if you're watching replay, you can always come back or fast forward. And those of you that are watching live, bless your hearts for sticking with me. I appreciate you so much. I've made so many friends through stamping, both in person and online. I'm just so grateful that we can actually make friends online. Because I feel like as we get older, at least for me personally, there's less chance to connect with people. And this is still wrong, isn't it? No, it'll work. Just barely. So I think when I first said this should be 2 3/4, I think that is what it really should be. I'll go check my measurements in my project sheet. Yeah, I think it should be 2 3/4 actually. We're going to go with this just to get our card done. But because it doesn't show anywhere, so we don't care. I'm going to put this up here. That gives us a little place to write up there. Or you could just leave this part off too. Let's get it even from the top to the bottom. There we go. Now this should be right. Let's check this with this ugly gift card. Oops, there's a little bear. Yes, we are good to go. So let's put this on with glue. Now this is you don't have a lot of room here. Is this on? No, let's get this on. And you could stamp something on this, obviously. I'm not going to right now because we're going to try and move along since we've had to redo a couple things. All right, let's go ahead and get this on here. You know, I keep doing it, though, honestly, for the connection that I have with a lot of you. That's really the truth, because if I think, well, maybe it's just something I'm just ready to not keep doing, because I won't lie, it's been very stressful trying to get the technology to cooperate. And I had this all set. I was ready to go at 12:45. I came downstairs. I did a sample recording first because I've been doing that just to make sure I don't go live and then I don't have any sound. And voila, there was no sound. I hadn't changed anything. I had everything right before I went upstairs to finish getting a few things ready up there before I came down. No sound. All right, friends, let's go ahead and I think I need to recut my card paper. Because I'm pretty sure I cut it too short. So I'm just going to cut this 4. Let's get my paper trimmer back. I'm going to cut this 4. I'm on my last few sheets of this paper. Right, my length's going to be 4. So let's do that. And then let's measure this one more time. What do we think this is going to be? I think it's going to be, yep, 2 3/4. And I'm pretty sure that's what I put in my measurements. And I got flustered today because I didn't have a full-size card when we started. Ugh. Oh, well. So 2 3/4 by 4 for all of these sheets. So 2 3/4 for the DSP here, 2 3/4 by 4 here. These white pieces are also the same. This is 2 by 3. 2 by 3 here. You could also make that 3/4. Let's go ahead and get this down. I think if I wouldn't have messed up, we would have been pretty good for time, but I think we'll probably go ahead and plow through here. We'll see. I'll look at the time when I get along further. And I'm not ignoring you in your comments. You're probably like trying to talk to me, and I'm not talking to you yet because I'm trying to not waste your time, and it takes a few minutes to look up at the comments, but I will. All right, we do need to do a little die cutting, but thank heavens I already did the bear. So this is the bear I was telling you about. Now the markers for this, I know we don't have early espresso, but what we do have are called deep. That's not it, but deep markers. They're not in the catalog. So I use this for the bear because I just like the way the coloring turned out a little darker for the bear. So he's already cut out. But if you're looking for markers in the catalog, those deep ones, you won't find them. So they're made to have multiple. We have markers for skin colors. That's why we have those darker ones. Um, so that we can include everyone when we're making people. But they just don't show up in the catalog. So there's that. They are online. Let's go ahead and we need the letters. So the other thing I wanted to show you is these little letters are all one stamp, but then when you die cut it, it die cuts all the little letters out. So let me know about you. Do you like to stamp with people? Do you mostly stamp alone? I would say most of my friends are paper crafters, because if you don't paper craft, you're probably usually not spending time with me. That's not to say I don't have friends that don't paper craft, but it is saying most of my friends do. This cute little mailbox, I went ahead and stamped him ahead of time too in order to save time. So let's go ahead and run this through. And so what I did, even if I didn't know what little letters I was going to use, I just colored them the colors that are in the designer series paper, and then I have all these cute little letters to just tack on my cards. Trying to get the dies actually back on the magnetic sheet so I don't lose them. Let's go this way. We'll go this way. Okay, there we go. Now I do think we're ready for the. Hi, Mary. Oh, Mary, it's so nice. Nice to see you on today. And, okay, good so far. Now, what do we need to finish this card? Let me find. So here's what we have so far. We've got our gift card holder. We've got our inside greeting. We've got our vellum circle. Now, you might be saying, vellum? We don't have vellum anymore in the online store or in a catalog, and that's true. But now we do in the pre-order we're going to have new online exclusives in November. So we can pre-order now vellum, and it comes in 12 by 12 sheets. So that's another reason if you are interested and being on my team, you can pre-order. You can get products way before they go out of stock so that you're sure that you can get them, and then you get them for at least a 20% discount. So all that is so good. All right, we've got another greeting we're going to put down here. Let's go ahead and do that. Again, if you have any questions about what it means to join Stampin' Up, I'd love to talk with you, and there'd be absolutely no pressure from me because I only want what you want for yourself. But if you have questions about it, just let me know. I'm happy to visit with you. All right, let's stamp this other Christmas greeting. We can find the stamps here. Everything gets buried by this time in the video. And this greeting is, what did I put on the inside of this? Let me grab my card. Or on the outside, Merry Christmas. Oh, this is the regular Merry Christmas greeting. Let me grab. Oh, let's see. Where is it? Try to put my stamps. That's not it. In one place. So hopefully you've got a drink and you can just entertain yourself while I hunt for things. Oh, goodness gracious. That's not it. I'm going to eliminate some of these stamps. There's a pile of markers. There's all these stamps that have greetings, but not the right one that I want. Well, we might leave off the greeting for now till I can find the stamp. It's got to be here. But when oh, here we go. Got it. So we can get it. Let's do, I love the font for these guys. It's got the, I don't know, what would you call it, kind of traditional lettering. So this strip of Poppy Parade is 1 by, it must be 2 3/4 inches, I think we've decided several times. We're just going to put this on the bottom of our little part that opens, like so. We're going to put this down here, I think about there. Then we'll put our bear like about here. And then we're going to actually put on our mailbox if we can find it. Here it is. And we're going to put a letter in our mailbox and make it super cute, like the bear's bringing. Oh, I forgot. Okay. I'm like, the bear's bringing the letter to the mailbox, but you're like, well, where is the letter? So what I did for this is I wanted the bear to look like he was carrying this letter. So getting all discombobbled here. My camera moved. I must have bumped it. So what I did is I just made a little tear. Now you could use your scissors if you wanted to. I didn't. And then I put this like he'd be carrying it under his chin, kind of like that. So what I did is I put a mini glue dot. I thought this was cute. He's carrying this little letter. I know he's got packages on his back that he's obviously mailing, but we're going to give him a letter to take too, because he's taking all these things to the mailbox to mail for Christmas. So I put it, now he's so dark you're not going to be able to see it. I probably should use my lighter markers to color him. But I'm kind of putting this like this so it looks like he's got it under his chin. Kind of. Now if you could see this close up. Whoops. I've got to get it up far enough that it catches the glue dot. There we go. So he's carrying it under his chin. You're like, that doesn't look like he's carrying it under his chin. Well, he is. You just have to trust me on it. He's carrying it under his chin, and that's what I'm going with. I'm going to put a dimensional there and here. Yes, it's been a week. I started to say, oh my gosh, there's so much. And I have an in-person class tomorrow with some friends here in Lincoln that are coming to stamp our fall cards. It's my Be Creative Club week for in-person. If you signed up for Be Creative Club, it was Gathering Moments this month. All your kits are packed. They're ready to go. I don't have them in mailing envelopes yet because I like to have my in-person class before I ship those out, just to make sure I haven't missed a piece of scrap paper or something you really need. Now, because I can see where my dimensionals are here, I'm going to avoid those places when I put these dimensionals on, so that I'm not putting a dimensional on a dimensional. Let's do that. There we go. And then they'll all be the same height. Got our little bear here. Cute little bear. I think he might be my favorite. I like the dog and the kitty too, but I like the bear. Now, what I did for this is I actually did use my paper trimmer. Now I don't know. On my first card I made like this, I used my scissors, but I'm going to use my paper trimmer. I'm going to line this slot for this mailbox as well as I can with the groove, the cutting groove, and I'm going to try and not move it. And then I'm going to bring this down here. I don't need very much of a slit. And make a little slit. Okay? Now before, what I did is I just took the blade of my scissors and I just did this. But you want to make sure whatever you're cutting on, you're not going to damage. That's what I did the first time. Then we want to put a letter in this. So let's put a green letter here. So it's coming, looks like it's coming out of the mailbox. I know this card is putsy. Some of you are like, I would not putz around this much with this card, which I get that. I've told you many times I'm not really a putzer either, but I did putz on this one, I won't lie. Then we're going to put this guy over here because he's going to the mailbox. So cute. I don't want to put a dimensional right on the dimensional, so we're going to go around the dimensionals here. I just feel like it's a little bit unexpected to put a letter under his chin and then have him heading towards the mailbox. So cute, right? Let's put the dots on. And we are good, I think. Oh, I think this turned out cute. Even though I know we putzed and I made mistakes, so we had to redo everything. But at least you got, if it's helpful for those of you that really need to watch it from scratch, then I hope that was helpful. The last card actually is going to go much faster, and I kind of planned it that way. It's a very quick one. So here's our little gift card holder with our bear. And you can see that a gift card holder does fit. So in case you thought, well, is that going to fit? Yes. Oh, I used the wrong background paper. Oh, well, it's not wrong. It's just different. So we're going to just say it's all good. Okay, for this last card, let me show you something in the designer series paper. Let me actually show you the whole suite. So there's this whole pack of DSP, and then there's 2 sheets of this that are stickers that they just pop out like so. Some are the critters, some are the little houses. And then the deer dots is what we're using today, the Poppy Parade one's up there. And then on this card, we're going to use this fuzzy trim. So this is part of the suite. So if you order this suite, you'll get all this plus the dies and stamps. Would be a perfect thing to put in your starter kit if you're thinking of joining Stampin' Up. Okay, let's do this last one. Now, in this paper, the whole reason I went to grab for this paper is there's this sheet that has these little houses on it. It looks like a Christmas village. I think this is North Pole. So what I did is I cut 1.5-inch strips. And then what I did, I'll show you what I did. Well, where's my card? I trimmed along the top of those buildings to make a little village. So I'll show you what we're going to do for this one. Let's go ahead and do the inside first in case we muck it up. I say we, I'm including you in my mucking up. Did you notice that? Now this gift card holder is going to go like this. So again, just a 2-inch strip, and that's going to this will be 5 1/4, 2 inches by 5 1/4. Before our DSP down, let's be brave and do the stamping, because if I mess it up, then I haven't glued down my DSP yet. I just wanted it for a marker. I kind of wanted to make sure I wasn't going to go beneath the, let me get my card here. Where is my card? I had to look at it. I used Poppy Parade ink for this, so let me grab my Poppy Parade. And I will come back and read every comment, so please don't think I'm ignoring you, because I'm not. I'll come back at the end of this video too and make sure. I probably won't miss some. I'm going to put this up higher so I also have a place to write. From me to you, from the North Pole. I used that one because I think this is the North Pole Village. And then I thought it was appropriate, since it's from the North Pole, I thought let's put this little like postage mark on it. We're going to do that in garden green just to keep all of our colors matched up. This looks like it has a dark color on it. I just want to make sure. It probably was garden green because that's what I used for this card, but let's just put this up here as a cute little compass. There we go. And, all right, now we did good. I didn't mess it up. Let's go around just 3 sides of this on the very edge again with a thin line of glue. Thin, 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 my friends. Make sure it's thin. Okay, let's get this lined up like so. And then we've got this for the inside. So let's just complete the inside. And then we know that that part is good. So 4 cards. They look like cards, but they're all gift card holders. So I hope that's going to be helpful to you during the holidays. You can save this video. You can make folders on YouTube if you didn't know that. All right, we do have a little stamping, and then actually we are done. Let's go ahead and take that Merry Christmas stamp, and let's stamp a background with words. We've often stamped a background with images like leaves or critters or, you know, flowers, something like that. But today we are going to actually make our background with words. So let me grab this. Jackie, you like this card template? I'm probably not caught up, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about. The bear? Or another one, the one I did before. Okay, now I'm good. Oh, let me show you one more thing here. I almost forgot. For this card, I used 2 sets of dies. I use these textured notes. Look at all these edges. They make an intricate edge. I've used these a lot. I've also used this one actually a lot because sometimes you just need a long, skinny die. So I used that one for these 2. So I used the very biggest one, and then I use the next one. You can see the texture around the edges. This is a perfect thing to put in your starter kit if you don't have those dies. It's called Textured Notes dies. Or you can get the whole bundle, but just so you know what I'm using, I keep that on my desk. I also keep these on my desk. So these, and I used these as well. I used this little die here, and there are 12 circle dies, and they're fancy. They have fancy edges. This would also be a great thing to put in your starter kit. This is called Spotlight on Nature, so you'd look for Spotlight on Nature dies, or if you just go to my website and you type in circle dies, it'll come up. I just want to let you know what I was using because when I want to recreate something, I kind of want to know what they used. Now we're just going to take our Merry Christmas. I'm going to stand for this, and I'm going to line up my cardstock on my grid paper, and I'm just going to start stamping this in kind of a random way because we just want to fill in a little bit. So now I'm going to start in a different place so it doesn't overlap in the same places, like so. And then I need to vary this a bit, so I'm going to go down a bit, back up. I don't want it to look like I'm trying to stay in a line, because if it looks like I'm trying to stay in a line, you know it's going to be crooked. Okay, we don't need anything down here because our village is going to go down here. Let's go ahead and put this on our Poppy Parade panel. Going to grab my tape runner again. If you've been with me from the beginning, you're going to get an extra ticket in the drawing. So write in the comments, I've been here from the beginning. On it can be replay as well. So if you're watching replay, we'll take it. Let's get the greeting stamp. We're going to take that favorite stamp from this stamp set. Where again I've lost it. No, here it is. Wishing or hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. I'm going to clean it just to make sure. I don't know what I think we used Poppy Parade last, but I don't know if I cleaned it for sure. Then we're going to take our circle from that, what did I say? Spotlight on Nature dies. Hoping this Christmas is, and I'm going to go towards the top of this because this kind of gives the idea of the setting sun in this little village. I know it's a pretty big setting sun for this tiny village, but we're going to go with that. If it's the North Pole, who knows? It could be any size. All right, let's go ahead and, no, let's do our village on here first. So I've already cut this, the tops of the villages, or the top. This is a bridge. So if it looks like I cut off something I shouldn't have, it's okay. It's a bridge. And then we're going to put snow on it. We're going to make the ribbon be the snow. I don't want snow yet, so don't get me wrong. If you're thinking, is she really ready for snow? No, I am not. We just got to fall. I'm going to go up maybe about 1/4 of an inch here because we're going to put ribbon down here to put snow in our Christmas village. That's the idea. Oops! We needed this down. We needed our sun behind our village, or our moon. Let me set this aside. Oh, Lord, if this is the first time you've watched me, you're probably like, I don't know, Joey. You do things and then you mess them up and then you have to redo them. Yes, that's true. I'm going to bring this down just so it peaks above. Let's put glue on this just so when we get it in the right place, we're done dealing. So I'm going to kind of dry fit this, so to speak, even though I have glue already on this. So it's kind of behind my village here. Just like about so, I think. And now, this is probably still sticky enough to stick on. I need to leave room for this trim, this snow that we're adding to our village. Isn't that cute, even just like that? This is my friend Rose Coleman's card. I want to give her credit. It's so uncanny. She's usually showing the set that I'm going to show. She's in Canada. Stamping with Rose, if you want to follow her on Facebook. We usually we like the same products. We're using a lot of the same products on our card. I'm going to take tear and tape. And so what I'm trying to say is she did this set of cards, not these cards, just this one. But she used this bundle last week in her live video. And I saw this card and I thought, I didn't know what to do with this paper. And it's one of my very favorite papers in the pack. So I'm going to press down this tear and tape protective layer right here. And then we're going to take that off. Whoops. Sometimes you take the glue with it, so you have to stick it back down until you get just the top layer, which doesn't want to come. It wants to bring the whole tape. Let's try this end. Oh my gosh, it just doesn't want to. Of course, it's live video. We're running late, running long. Now, I'm going to tape this, just take this trim, and first of all, I'm going to trim this edge so it isn't quite so fluffy. Although snow would be fluffy, but I think I want the top edges to be fluffy. And then I'm going to line it right up with the edge of our pool party. Not with the edge, but like where the little, I should have put my village up a little higher. So I'm going to put my snow down a little farther. I'm just going to put it right at the bottom here of this little strip and stick it right on the tear and tape. Now, this is very fuzzy, so if you get this card from me, you'll know. You'll be going, oh, that's so soft when you get this card. Who knows, you might get this card. Okay, there we go. Got snow in our village. And now all we have to do to finish this card, I about said end this card. That doesn't sound like the right word to use. That sounds like we're destroying the card. And let's just grab our tape runner and get this on our card. And we made it. We made it long. I was hoping it wouldn't be so long, but we got all 4 done. So if you put in a $75 order this week, you get the kit to make these 4 cards. And you also get a pack of Christmas cards from me with a bow and 2 embellishments, 1 current one and 1 retired. So this is my thank you gift this week for those of you that order. You get all this. So the card kits plus the extra bonus pack of dimensionals, not dimensionals, what am I saying? Embellishments and cards. Okay, what is your favorite? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to read your comments. Let me check. Dawn has been here from the beginning. Yes, you have. Shirley's been at the beginning. All right, you girls. Those of you that are from the beginning, you've got extra tickets in the drawing. Is it just me or do the rest of you still hear? Can somebody hear? Can you hear me now, Mary? Let me see. I can see that on the video it says that I have sound because it gives me these little sound measurement. Number 3 is Mary, this one. I think this is my favorite too. I just like the little bear. There's a lot going on this card for sure. I think we forgot gems on my other one, but that's okay. I think this is my first one. I don't know. I like this one too. It's a little more simple, but sometimes we need simple. It's easy to make, not hard to stamp. Mary likes number 3. Anybody else? Who else likes one of these cards? Come on, put your comments in. Let me know. And then I will bring up the video. I could say, have I got those cards down here? I have. My Stampin' Stack is coming up. I thought I had them out here to show you. I'll just do a separate video with my cards for my Stampin' Stack, but I'm using these same products from my Stampin' Stack, and there is a link to get the details and to register below. You make 12 cards, not these exact ones, but you make 3 each of 4 designs. You get the whole paper pack. You'll get, now for those I use the gold ribbon. For my Stampin' Stack, I use the gold ribbon. And I did use the deer dots. So it'd be the whole pack of this paper, a bolt of the gold ribbon, and a pack of the deer dots. So that's what you get for the Stampin' Stack. And you have lots of products left over. Okay, Donna loves the bear one. Mary says number 1 is a close second with the little dog. Yeah, I think they're my 2 favorite too. Alrighty, I'm going to bring you up here so I can say hello. Thanks so much for being here today. You guys have no idea. The stress of this technology is making me crazy. And I hate to not show up when I say I'm going to show up, but I can't show up without sound or with a blurry picture. So thanks for bearing with me, and thanks so much for being here. I'm happy. I'm so happy to make friends with you and connect with you and share stamping with you. And I just really appreciate you. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. I also have my email newsletter link in the video description so you don't miss any of my free tutorials, because my newsletter gets all my free tutorials. That I always send them to them directly. They don't have to go and hunt for them. So that's one of the bonuses of being on my newsletter. Plus, then you get the first notice for all my events and get to sign up early and all that. All right, friends, I'm going to check comments one more time. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, I think I got all these. Let's see. I'm going to go through these comments and make sure that everybody that watched from the beginning to the end gets extra tickets in the drawing. And I'll announce those on Sunday Scoop. That's my plan. If my family goes to lunch late again, it might have to wait till Wednesday, but I do have a prize for one of you. Thanks again. Take care. Happy stamping. Take care. Bye-bye.